Elena Winters kneels before a solitary candle, their face hidden in shadow. The dim flame flickers with an unnatural intensity, stretching unnervingly as if aware of the watcher. Their whispered prayer trembles through the room, a plea for something, anything, that might restore meaning to their fragmented existence. The air grows thick, almost metallic, and the silence becomes oppressive. The shadows on the walls twist, moving against the light as though alive. Suddenly, a deep vibration shakes the floor, an ancient force stirring beneath the ground. The candle bursts into a cold white flame, its brightness overwhelming. A tall shifting silhouette emerges from the light, its edges glowing like molten silver. The room is still, no wind, no sound, only the presence of something unseen, a weight heavy on the soul. A voice reverberates deep within the chest of Elena Winters, a whisper that seems to pierce the very core of their being. You have been seen. The words hang in the air, resonating like a silent strike against the heart. Nathaniel Gray watches from the threshold, a figure cloaked in calmness, yet their eyes betray a depth of knowledge, wisdom earned through years of struggle and revelation. Elena Winters remains on the floor, trembling as the divine presence settles in. The guide steps forward, their voice low and steady, seeking to offer comfort, yet unsure if Elena Winters can even hear them through the overwhelming tension in the room. The path ahead is unknown, the guide murmurs, but trust in what you cannot see. As the words leave their lips, the room shudders again, the force that surrounds them both like an invisible hand pressing down. The flame is but a glimpse, Nathaniel Gray continues, the journey, long and fraught with challenges. But we are not alone. Their words, though gentle, resonate with the weight of truth. Elena Winters has already been seen, and now the journey begins. Maya Bennett stands outside the room, arms crossed, face contorted with disbelief. The vibrations from within have shaken their skepticism, but they refuse to acknowledge the supernatural. This is madness, they mutter, pacing back and forth, their tone bitter, cold. What am I even witnessing? A trick of the mind? They pause, looking toward the door, where faint light leaks out. A god or some twisted illusion, it's all the same, Maya Bennett scoffs. Their mind fights against the growing sense that something real, something ancient, lingers inside the room. They cannot accept it, yet cannot shake the feeling that something is watching them too. Maya Bennett hesitates at the doorway, questioning everything they've ever known. Gabriel Stone, a man whose past sins weigh heavily on his heart, steps forward into the room. His face is somber, yet there's a glimmer of hope in his eyes, a flicker of someone fighting for redemption. We are all bound by our past, he says softly, his voice trembling with emotion. But it does not have to define us. He gazes at Elena Winters, his words meant to heal, to remind them that they are not alone in their suffering. Gabriel Stone knows this struggle all too well. His steps are cautious, aware of the weight of his words, as he moves closer to the kneeling figure. There is grace even in darkness, he adds, reaching out as if offering a lifeline. A voice, unseen and deep, echoes inside the room. The light you seek will not come from without. It booms, reverberating in the chest of every person in the room, filling them with an indescribable force. The divine messenger's presence, though hidden, is overwhelming, an energy that hums in the air like static electricity. Elena Winters raises their head, eyes wide in terror and wonder as the words crash through them. Nathaniel Gray steps back, their hands trembling as they try to make sense of the divine message, while Maya Bennett struggles to hold on to their disbelief. Gabriel Stone, though shaken, feels something stir within them, a spark of understanding, of acceptance. Embrace the darkness, the voice continues, for it is through it that you will find the light. A profound silence follows the message, as the weight of the words settles upon the group. Elena Winters stands by the window, staring out into the night. The world beyond is dark and silent, yet inside a storm brews, an overwhelming sense of uncertainty. Can I trust this path? They whisper to themselves. Can I trust what I can't see? The wind howls faintly outside, but Elena Winters remains still, trapped in their inner turmoil. The candle on the table flickers, casting long, stretching shadows. Nathaniel Gray enters quietly, his presence a calming force, but the weight of doubt in Elena Winters' eyes is undeniable. Faith doesn't need to be seen, the guide says, his voice soothing yet firm. It must be felt, in the heart, in the soul. You must trust that what you feel is real. Maya Bennett paces back and forth, their mind racing. This can't be real, they mutter, their words cutting through the heavy silence of the room. There's no such thing as divine intervention, no such thing as faith without proof. They pause, hands on their hips, looking at the others in the room with a skeptical, almost mocking expression. I need evidence, Maya Bennett continues. A sign that this isn't all just a delusion. Nathaniel Gray turns to Maya Bennett, his expression firm, but not unkind. Faith is not about evidence. It's about trust, he responds. Maya Bennett shakes their head, refusing to listen, their doubt growing with every passing second. Gabriel Stone sits quietly in the corner, lost in thought. The room is heavy with the tension of unspoken words. We all have our doubts, he finally says, breaking the silence. I've been where you are now, lost, alone, unsure. But I've learned something. He pauses, his voice cracking slightly as he looks down at his hands, scarred from years of past mistakes. There's redemption in the darkest moments, but only if you allow yourself to believe it's possible. Elena Winters looks at him, their eyes filled with both hope and skepticism. How did you find it? They ask. Gabriel Stone smiles faintly, the pain of the past still visible in his eyes. By facing the darkness, not running from it. Elena Winters, feeling the weight of Gabriel Stone's words, takes a deep breath and stands. What if I'm not strong enough to face it? They ask, their voice barely a whisper. Nathaniel Gray steps closer, his presence steady and reassuring. Strength doesn't come from avoidance, he says. It comes from walking through the fear, step by step. Trust the process. Maya Bennett, standing near the doorway, scoffs under their breath. Trust the process? Sounds like blind faith to me. But Nathaniel Gray turns to face them, unflinching. Faith requires trust in the unseen. It's not about proof. It's about knowing that some things are beyond our understanding. The air grows heavier as Maya Bennett steps forward, their skepticism slowly turning into curiosity. What if I'm wrong? They ask, their voice softer now, the harsh edge replaced with a hint of doubt. What if there is something to all of this? Nathaniel Gray steps closer, offering a small but knowing smile. It's not about being right or wrong, he says. It's about being willing to open your heart to something beyond your understanding. Gabriel Stone nods, a glimmer of hope in his eyes. It's never too late to believe, he adds, his voice filled with conviction. Elena Winters stands quietly, caught between the two worlds of doubt and faith, unsure of where the path will lead. Elena Winters sits by the window again, but this time the silence feels different. There's an undercurrent of something more profound. The world outside is the same, but inside, something has shifted. The cold, metallic air now feels charged with a new energy. Elena Winters speaks softly, almost to themselves. I saw it, something beyond the veil, a glimpse of truth I didn't know existed. They shake their head, as if trying to shake off the vision. The candle flickers beside them, casting shadows across their face. Nathaniel Gray steps forward, sensing the shift in the room. You've seen it, he says, his voice calm yet filled with knowing. The veil has been lifted, but the truth is not always easy to accept. Maya Bennett, still standing by the doorway, cannot hide the conflict in their eyes. I don't understand, they say, their voice strained, almost pleading. What did you see? How can you be sure it's real? Elena Winters turns toward them, their eyes filled with a mixture of confusion and certainty. I don't know, they reply. I can't explain it, but I felt it. It was real. Maya Bennett steps closer, their skepticism still palpable, but now tinged with a hint of curiosity. If this is real, they say, almost in a whisper, Then what do we do now? Gabriel Stone, who had been listening quietly, speaks up. We follow the path that has been shown to us, he says, his voice steady. There is no turning back now. The divine messenger's voice echoes in the room, low and resonant, as if coming from everywhere and nowhere at once. What you seek is not found in the light, but in the shadows. The room shudders as the words reverberate in the hearts of those present. Elena Winters looks toward the door, their face pale and tense. Where is it? How do we find it? They ask, their voice trembling. The messenger's presence fills the space, a force unseen but overwhelmingly powerful. You must face your deepest fears, the voice responds. It is only through darkness that you will uncover the light. The room falls silent, the weight of the words hanging in the air like a heavy cloud. Maya Bennett and Gabriel Stone exchange a look, both uncertain, but somehow understanding that this is the only way forward. Elena Winters hesitates, their heart racing. What if we can't handle it? They ask, their voice barely audible. Gabriel Stone steps forward, his expression solemn but compassionate. We are stronger than we believe, he says gently. The light that we seek is born from the struggle, from the dark places within us. You must confront them, for only then will you find peace. Nathaniel Gray nods in agreement. Faith is a journey, not a destination, he adds. You are not alone in this. Maya Bennett remains silent, their expression unreadable. But the weight of the moment is clear. They are being drawn into something far greater than their understanding. The silence is broken by the divine messenger's voice, now more present, stronger. The darkness is not your enemy, it declares. It is the doorway through which you must pass to uncover the truth. Elena Winters steps forward, their resolve hardening. I will face it, they say, their voice stronger than before. I will walk through the darkness, whatever it takes. Nathaniel Gray smiles gently, proud of their courage. Then you are ready, he affirms. Maya Bennett stands by the doorway, still uncertain but watching closely. Gabriel Stone places a hand on Elena Winters' shoulder, his own past struggles reflected in his eyes. Together, they face the path ahead. Elena Winters stands at the edge of a dark chasm, the abyss below them whispering promises of power, release, and escape. The air is thick with the scent of decay, the edges of the chasm shrouded in a swirling mist. What if I give in? Elena Winters asks aloud, their voice barely above a whisper. What if this is my only chance to find peace? Nathaniel Gray steps forward, his voice unwavering. Peace isn't found in surrender, he says. It's found in overcoming what pulls you down. Gabriel Stone's voice is quiet but strong as he adds, you must choose now whether to continue fighting or let go of everything. Maya Bennett watches from behind, her gaze filled with hesitation, struggling between disbelief and the urge to understand. Elena Winters trembles, their mind racing. I've come so far. I thought I understood, but now it feels impossible. Gabriel Stone steps forward, his voice gentle but firm. It will always feel impossible, he says, but that's when you know you're truly growing. Nathaniel Gray nods, his gaze steady. This path isn't easy, but nothing worth having ever is. Maya Bennett, unable to stay silent, interjects with doubt. You're asking her to believe in something that isn't real, they say, voice laced with frustration. Elena Winters turns toward them, eyes flashing with a spark of newfound resolve. I'm not asking for proof, they reply. I'm asking for faith. The tension in the room reaches its peak as Elena Winters takes a step back from the edge, fear clouding their judgment. What if I'm not ready? What if I'm not strong enough? Their voices trembling, filled with self-doubt. Gabriel Stone places a reassuring hand on their shoulder. Strength isn't something you are born with. It's something you find when you decide to keep going, no matter the odds. Nathaniel Gray speaks softly. The path is uncertain, but it is yours to walk. You have more strength than you realize. Maya Bennett remains silent, still observing, though her stance has softened, her arms no longer crossed. Elena Winters looks around at the others, their heart heavy, but something stirs within them, an unspoken determination. Elena Winters' gaze lifts, and for the first time they meet the eyes of Maya Bennett. "I don't need proof," they say, their voice filled with a newfound clarity. "I only need to believe. And maybe that's enough." Maya Bennett, her arms now relaxed at her sides, looks at them for a moment, the cold skepticism in her eyes slowly melting away. "I still don't understand," she admits, "but I think I'm starting to believe in something more than I ever have." Gabriel Stone smiles, a quiet but knowing expression. "We all come to the truth in our own time," he says softly. "But it's the journey that matters, not the destination." Nathaniel Gray nods in agreement, his face serene as he watches the group take another step forward. The air in the room changes once again, this time filled with a sense of resolution. Elena Winters turns toward the chasm once more, but this time they do not hesitate. "I will face this," they say, their voice unwavering. "I will walk into the darkness and find the light, even if it scares me." Gabriel Stone nods, his face filled with pride. "Then you are ready." Nathaniel Gray places a hand on Elena Winters' shoulder, a final gesture of encouragement. Maya Bennett steps forward, her voice soft but sincere. "I don't know what lies ahead, but I will walk with you however far we have to go." The group stands together, united in their resolve, ready to face whatever challenges lie in the unknown. Elena Winters stands at the threshold of a vast, empty expanse. An endless, swirling darkness that seems to stretch on forever. "This is it," they whisper, their voice trembling with fear and anticipation. "The test that will either break me or make me." Nathaniel Gray stands behind them, his expression solemn but supportive. "It will not be easy," he says, "but nothing worth achieving ever is. You must trust in your strength." Gabriel Stone, who stands beside Elena Winters, adds quietly, "The darkness can be overwhelming, but it's only through facing it that you'll find the light you seek." Maya Bennett, now standing at the edge, looks on with a mixture of concern and admiration. "I don't understand what's ahead," she says, "but I'm with you. I'll walk through this with you." Elena Winters takes a deep breath, stepping forward, determined to face the unknown. Elena Winters takes a tentative step forward into the darkness, their heart racing. "What if I fail?" they ask, the doubt creeping back into their voice. Gabriel Stone steps forward, his voice steady and filled with conviction. "Failure is not falling down," he says, "it's refusing to rise again." Nathaniel Gray nods in agreement. Every step forward is an act of courage, even when it feels impossible. Maya Bennett steps closer, now standing next to Nathaniel Gray. "I don't know if I believe in this," she admits, "but I believe in you." Elena Winters looks at them all, their eyes reflecting the weight of the journey, but also the flicker of hope. With a deep breath, they step further into the darkness, feeling the weight of the unknown pressing in. As Elena Winters steps further into the abyss, a chill washes over them, and a voice from deep within the darkness whispers, "You are nothing. You will fail. There is no redemption." Elena Winters stumbles, their heart pounding in their chest. I can't do this," they whisper, their voice trembling. Gabriel Stone steps forward, his voice filled with gentle strength. "It's the fear speaking," he says. "The darkness will try to tell you lies, but you must remember who you are. You are not defined by your fears or your failures. You are defined by your strength to keep moving." Nathaniel Gray's voice joins in, steady and calm. "You must face these words not with doubt, but with truth. You are enough." Elena Winters takes another step forward, their resolve hardening. The darkness begins to close in, and Elena Winters feels their strength faltering. "What if I can't fight it? What if I don't have enough faith?" Their voice breaks as they speak, the fear threatening to swallow them whole. Gabriel Stone moves to their side, his voice unwavering. "It's okay to be afraid," he says. "Fear does not make you weak, it makes you human, but it doesn't have to control you." Nathaniel Gray steps forward, his voice firm. trust the light within you. Even in the darkest moments, it is always there. Maya Bennett, watching from behind, steps closer. I'm not sure I understand this, but I'm not giving up on you, she says softly. Elena Winters takes a deep breath, their body trembling, but they gather the strength to continue. I'll keep moving, they say, their voice steadier. Elena Winters walks deeper into the abyss, their steps now more confident. I don't know what lies ahead, but I know that I can face it, they say, their voice strong with newfound conviction. Gabriel Stone smiles, pride in his eyes. You are walking the path of your true self now. Nathaniel Gray's voice is filled with warmth. You've found your strength. Keep going. Maya Bennett, standing at the threshold, watches silently, but there is a soft, almost imperceptible smile tugging at the corner of her mouth. The darkness begins to recede, the faint light growing stronger, guiding them forward. Together, they take their first steps into the unknown, united in purpose and faith. Elena Winters walks through the darkness, and as they take each step, the light begins to grow brighter, pushing back the shadows. I feel it, they whisper, their voice filled with awe. It's like the weight is lifting piece by piece. Gabriel Stone walks beside them, a slight smile playing on his lips. You've found the strength within you, he says quietly. The darkness could not keep you, because you refused to stay there. Nathaniel Gray nods, his expression proud but humble. You are the light you sought, shining through every trial you've faced. Maya Bennett, who had remained silent until now, steps forward, her voice soft but filled with genuine wonder. I can feel it too, she admits. It's real. All of it. Elena Winters looks around, feeling the warmth of the light as they continue walking, each step forward a confirmation of the transformation within. Elena Winters looks up at the sky, their hearts swelling with a sense of clarity they've never known before. I see it now, they say softly, as if speaking to the universe itself. The world was always full of light. I just couldn't see it through the darkness. Gabriel Stone nods, his eyes filled with quiet wisdom. The light was always there, waiting for you to notice. Nathaniel Gray steps forward, his gaze steady and reassuring. We must choose to embrace it, to let it guide us in every step we take. Maya Bennett stands still for a moment, then turns to face them. It's beautiful, she says, her voice thick with emotion. I've never seen anything like it. Elena Winters smiles, finally at peace, as the light around them continues to grow, reflecting the inner transformation they've undergone. Elena Winters pauses as a ripple of doubt crosses their mind. What if I lose this light? What if it fades again? Gabriel Stone places a hand on their shoulder, his expression steady. The light you've found isn't fleeting. It's inside you now, always within reach. Nathaniel Gray steps forward, his voice filled with quiet authority. You've learned to trust the light within you. No darkness can take that away unless you choose to let it. Maya Bennett, standing a few steps behind, nods in agreement. It's yours now. No one can take it from you. Elena Winters takes a deep breath, feeling the truth in their words. I'm not afraid anymore, they whisper, more to themselves than to anyone else. I know the light is mine. Elena Winters steps forward, their stride confident and steady. I'm ready, they say, their voice strong with conviction. Ready to face whatever comes next, with the light as my guide. Gabriel Stone smiles, a hint of pride in his eyes. You found the strength that was always within you, he says. Now, you walk in it every day. Nathaniel Gray steps forward, his voice calm but filled with wisdom. This is just the beginning, he says. You have learned to embrace the light. Now, carry it with you wherever you go. Maya Bennett, standing beside them, nods thoughtfully. I still don't fully understand it all, but I'm ready to walk this path with you, she says, her voice filled with sincerity. Together they walk forward, united in their shared journey. The light grows brighter, expanding with each step they take. We've come so far, Elena Winters says, their voice filled with awe. But there's still so much to discover. Gabriel Stone nods, his face filled with a knowing smile. The journey never ends, he says. There is always more to learn, more to become. Nathaniel Gray's voice is filled with quiet encouragement. This path is one of continuous growth, he says. But remember, you are never alone on this journey. Maya Bennett, now standing fully within the light, looks around, her face filled with a sense of peace. I don't know where this path will take us, she says, but I'm ready to walk it. Together, they continue on, their steps in harmony, the light shining brighter with each movement. Elena Winters stands at the edge of a vast, luminous horizon, the light around them stretching infinitely into the distance. Their breath catches in their chest as they take in the beauty of what lies ahead. I never imagined it could be like this, they whisper, their voice filled with awe. Gabriel Stone, standing beside them, places a hand on their shoulder. You've crossed through the darkness, and now you are here, he says softly. This is your awakening. Nathaniel Gray steps forward, his eyes filled with understanding. You've come to know the truth, not just in your mind, but in your soul. This is your true self. Maya Bennett stands a few steps behind, watching the scene unfold. I still don't fully understand it, she admits, but I can feel it now. The truth is in all of us if we choose to see it. Elena Winters turns toward the others, their expression filled with quiet gratitude. I didn't know it would feel like this, they say, their voice calm and steady. Like I've become something I was always meant to be. Gabriel Stone nods, his eyes soft but proud. This is your divine awakening, he says. You've embraced the light within yourself. Nathaniel Gray steps forward, his voice gentle but filled with strength. The path you've walked has shaped you into who you are meant to be. But now, it is time to share that light with others. Maya Bennett, now standing fully within the light, looks around, her face filled with peace. I've spent so long questioning, she says softly. But now, I see the truth. Elena Winters looks out into the horizon, the world around them now alive with color and light. What happens now? They ask, their voice filled with a quiet reverence. Gabriel Stone steps beside them, his expression serious yet filled with hope. Now, you live with the truth you've discovered, he says. Now, you share that light with others and continue to grow, to evolve. Nathaniel Gray nods, his voice firm. This is only the beginning. You will face challenges ahead, but you now have the strength to face them, and you will never walk alone. Maya Bennett steps forward, her eyes filled with sincerity. I understand now. We all have this light within us. It's not just about believing, it's about being. Elena Winters nods, their heart swelling with gratitude, ready to embrace whatever comes next. The air around them is filled with a profound stillness, as if the universe itself is holding its breath. Elena Winters looks toward the others, their voice steady. I'm no longer afraid, they say, a quiet strength in their words. I understand now. The light is within me, and I can walk with it through anything. Gabriel Stone smiles, his eyes filled with quiet approval. You've become who you were always meant to be. Nathaniel Gray steps forward, his voice filled with warmth. You have found your peace, but it is now your duty to help others find theirs. Maya Bennett, now fully transformed, looks at the group and speaks softly. I'm not sure I fully understand the journey, but I know this. We are all connected by this light. We are not alone. Elena Winters takes a deep breath, feeling the weight of everything they've learned and experienced. This is only the beginning, they say, their voice filled with hope. I've walked through the darkness and now I walk with the light. I am no longer lost. Gabriel Stone, standing beside them, places a hand on their shoulder. This is your moment, he says softly. The light you carry will guide others, just as it has guided you. Nathaniel Gray steps forward, his voice filled with finality. The journey never ends, but with the light you've discovered, you will walk it with courage and peace. Maya Bennett, now fully part of the group, smiles. We're all on this path together now, she says. And it's a beautiful one. The group stands together, united by their shared light, ready to face whatever comes next.